Hello, everyone. Welcome back to today's story. In this episode, after losing everything and being forced into hiding, James finally makes a life-changing decision to rebuild his own empire from the ground up and one day overthrow the father who destroyed him. While James quietly gathers strength in the shadows, Diep is out in the bustling market, struggling to survive, raising nigh, and enduring threats from mysterious men, warning her to stay away. Their worlds are separated, yet their hearts remain bound by love, fear, and a future they refuse to give up on. Stay until the end, because this chapter reveals not only James's determination, but also Diep's unbelievable courage. And don't forget to subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Your support means the world to us. The night presses heavily against the broken windows of the old safe house, wrapping the room in a suffocating silence. James sits on the edge of Nye's small bed, his shadow merging with the darkness as though he himself is fading into it. The soft rise and fall of his daughter's breathing is the only thing grounding him, the only warmth left in a world slowly closing in on him. His fingertips brush her cheek. Her skin is warm, innocent, untouched by the war he's waging in the shadows. He closes his eyes, speaking in a whisper, almost too quiet for the room to hold. Daddy wants to see Mommy. Just once. Just one moment. His voice cracks. He swallows it down, but he can't. Not now. Not when every step outside risks exposing him before he's ready. Not when seeing Diep could lead those hunting him straight to her doorstep. The longing swells inside him like a storm trying to tear out of his chest. He tucks the blanket around her tiny shoulders, smoothing her hair as he murmurs, "My little princess." The words tremble as they leave him. He hums a lullaby, an old song his mother used to sing to him. His voice deep, warm, painfully gentle. When Nye stirs, he whispers, almost laughing through the sadness, "Do you know this song? Daddy doesn't even know when he learned it." Then a realization hits him like cold rain. He hasn't had a dream of his own since the day she was born. All of his dreams narrowed, crystallized into one fragile little heartbeat. Nye is his dream, his sky, his reason to survive, and his reason to destroy the very empire that raised him. The dim flashlight balanced on a cracked shelf casts wavering shadows across his face. Tension carves deep lines along his jaw, and his eyes burn red not from exhaustion, but from holding back everything he can't afford to break open. He leans down, pressing a kiss to Nye's forehead, but the weight of the secret plan he's building threatens to crush him. Every night spent hiding is another night ticking toward war. The atmosphere is so still, it feels like the air has turned into stone. It's just her breathing and his chaotic heartbeat fighting for rhythm. And then, something shifts. Not around him, but inside him. He realizes that every sacrifice, every night spent hiding from the world, every ounce of restraint, all of it becomes bearable only when he remembers he's fighting for her, for Nye, for Diep, for the future his father tried to steal. But the shadows on the wall ripple like ghosts, reminders that danger crouches just beyond this fragile moment of peace. His mind flashes with memories, uninvited and sharp. Diep's voice shatters into his thoughts, desperate and hurting. "James, don't go. Don't leave me." her hands reaching for him, her tears hot against his chest, the fear in her eyes like a dagger. He jolts awake from the memory, realizing it was a dream, but the pain is real enough to drown in. The scene morphs again, this time to a hospital room washed in sickly white light. A frail boy lies twisted beneath thin sheets. His mother sits beside him, face hollowed by sleepless nights and choices too heavy for one soul to carry. She strokes his hair, whispers, "Does it hurt today? Mom? Mom won't let you do bad things anymore, even if it means you won't get better." Her voice breaks. The child tries to reassure her, promising he won't harm anyone again. She smiles through her tears and tells him to look outside, see if the fruit on the lower branches has ripened. The air inside that room tastes of medicine and regret. A mother wrestling between saving her child and saving his soul. The contrast is brutal. A woman begging a man not to leave her. A mother begging her son not to turn cruel. Both moments stained with the fear of losing someone forever. And James, caught between who he was raised to be and who he wants to become, stands at the center of those shadows. The old empire pulls him one way. His love for Diep and Nye pulls him the other. His father's threats loom over him like a giant made of iron and cruelty. But tonight, alone in the dark, something solidifies inside him. He rises from the bed, moving slowly so he doesn't wake Nye. He stands by the single cracked window, darkness stretching endlessly outside, and whispers to the night as though Diep might somehow hear him. "I'll stay here for now. I have to rebuild everything from the ground up. Only when I destroy what my father built can I finally come home to you." His hand presses against the cold glass. "Deep, wait for me." Determination flickers in his eyes, sharp, unyielding, terrifyingly clear. The scene shifts with the dawn. Sunlight sweeps through the bustling morning market like a flood of gold. Stalls rattle open. Vendors shout. Motorbikes weave through the chaos. And right there, standing behind a basket of guavas, is Diep. Her face is tired, the kind of tired that comes from nights spent worrying more than sleeping. Yet her smile is warm, genuine, full of hope she's trying desperately to keep alive. "Fresh guavas here. Come try one, sweet and crunchy. If it tastes good, please support me." Her voice is bright enough to cut through the noise. A woman buying bread pauses. Diep quickly hands her a slice. "Here, taste it first. If you like it, take your pick." Her laughter, her gestures, the way she wipes sweat from her brow, it all looks normal. But beneath every movement is a tremor of fear. She doesn't know where James is. She doesn't know if he's safe. She doesn't know if he's eating, sleeping, or running for his life. But she knows she has to endure. Because if James is fighting in the dark, she must survive in the light. Sunlight glints off her basket, turning the guavas into tiny green suns. A metaphorical warmth, thin and fleeting, breaks through the uncertainty surrounding her. And somewhere deep inside, a spark ignites. If James hasn't given up, neither can she. The market grows louder and hotter as the sun climbs, its heat settling thickly over the maze of stalls. Vendors shout prices like a chorus battling for breath. Children dart between legs, and motorbikes buzz past with bags of produce swinging from the handlebars. Amid all of this, Diep stands behind her guava baskets, still smiling, still calling out, still pretending everything is okay, even as her heart feels like it's shrinking inside her chest. Every sliced guava she offers, every polite laugh she forces, is layered over a hollow ache. Because every vibration from her phone still sends a shock of hope through her, only to let her down. Spam message, missed call, promotional text, never James, not once. But she squares her shoulders. James wouldn't want her collapsing. If he's somewhere fighting against a father powerful enough to crush entire families, then she needs to survive. She needs to keep Nye safe, keep food on the table, keep going. She hands a customer a sample piece, smiling brightly. Sweet, right? Today's batch is even better than yesterday's. The woman nods, takes 2 kilos. Diep bows gratefully, but the moment the customer leaves, her smile drops like a heavy stone. She whispers under her breath, "James, are you even alive?" Meanwhile, the safe house is filled with a completely different kind of noise. Paper sliding across wood, the scratch of a pen, pages flipping, numbers being whispered and recalculated. James is no longer just a man hiding. He is a strategist now, a builder, a man resurrecting himself from ashes his father thought would bury him. Nye sleeps beside him, curled up with her tiny hands tucked near her face. The blanket rises and falls with each soft breath. Protecting her, giving her a future, has become the iron core of his resolve. He flips through the old ledgers again. Every page tells a story of corruption, contracts obtained by coercion, suppliers blackmailed into obedience, debts manufactured to control families. His father's empire is built on the suffering of others, polished over with luxury and reputation. James clenches his jaw. These people deserve justice. He deserves freedom. And Diep deserves a life untouched by fear. He pulls a new notebook toward him, opens to the first page again. The words he wrote earlier stare back at him. The new empire starts with honesty. He presses the pen harder this time, underlining it 3 times. Honesty, fairness, strength. A return to the values he abandoned under his father's command. He sketches out the structure of the new business he plans to create. Not a massive corporation like his father's, not at first, but a solid beginning, built with clean partnerships, fair contracts, transparent work. He knows the names of the farmers his father crushed. He knows the suppliers who abandoned the old company because they were tired of being cheated. He knows the small distributors who were ignored because they didn't bow to the old man. James circles more names, 12 so far. 12 good, hard-working people ready to rebuild with him, if they dare. But he needs money. He needs transportation. He needs networks strong enough to rival his father's. He leans back, rubbing his temples. Step by step, he reminds himself, empires aren't rebuilt overnight. His phone vibrates. He immediately turns it over, only to exhale in disappointment. Just a message from a business contact abroad, one who still believes in him. Still hiding, it reads, "Let me know when you're ready. I'll invest." James stares at it long and hard, realization creeping in. There are people on his side, hidden allies, silent supporters who watched him suffer in the shadows of his father's tyranny. Maybe he's not rebuilding alone after all. Back at the market, Diep begins packing up as noon hits. The sun is merciless now. Sweat soaks her shirt. Her legs tremble from standing too long, and the exhaustion she's been ignoring finally pushes its way through her stubbornness. She sits down abruptly on the low stool behind her basket, dizziness swirling through her vision. "Diep, you okay, girl?" a neighboring vendor asks. She forces a weak nod. "Just tired, uncle. Really tired today." But her chest screams a different truth. She is terrified. Terrified James might be hurt. Terrified she might never hear his voice again. Terrified his father's men will find her and Nye. She tries to steady her breathing, placing a hand over her heart. "Where are you, James? What are they doing to you?" As she gathers her things, her phone rings suddenly. A real call this time. Not a message, not a notification. Her heart leaps. She snatches up the phone. Unknown number, but she answers immediately. "Hello? Hello? Who is this?" There's a silence so deep she holds her breath. Then, a low voice. Calm, icy, controlled. "Stop trying to find him." Diep's blood runs cold. Her fingers stiffen around the phone. "Who are you?" she demands, trying to stay steady. "You don't need to know my name," the voice replies. "You just need to do as you're told." Her chest tightens. "James's disappearance is not your concern anymore," the man continues. "And neither is his safety." Diep stands up, knees shaking. "Where is he? Is he hurt? Tell me right now." "You don't ask questions," the man interrupts. "You listen." A chill climbs her spine. If you value your life and your daughter's life, you will stop calling his relatives. Stop wandering around asking for him. Stop showing your face in places you shouldn't be. Diep's breath sharpens. "What do you want from me?" "What we've always wanted," the man says quietly. "Obedience." Her eyes widen. Her throat goes dry. "Stay quiet," he finishes. "Stay away, and maybe he'll survive." The line goes dead. Diep's entire body shakes violently. Her fingers slip from the phone, and it nearly crashes to the ground. Her breathing spirals out of control. People around her call her name, ask if she needs help, but she can't hear them. She feels like the world is collapsing, like someone has ripped the last thread of hope from her hands. But then, something inside her ignites. A rage, sharp and trembling. A fire she didn't know she still had. "No," she whispers, tears streaming down her face. "No one threatens my family. No one scares me into silence." She wipes her cheeks with the back of her hand, straightening her spine. "If James is fighting, then I'll fight too." Her voice hardens. "I won't let his father destroy him." Far away, James adjusts the blinds covering the cracked window of the safe house. Afternoon light slices through the dust, illuminating the table scattered with documents, contracts, and hastily scribbled plans. He stands tall for the first time in a long while. He has a clear vision now, a blueprint, a mission. He will rebuild. He will return. And he will break the chains his father wrapped around him since childhood. James imagined this moment for years, standing at the threshold of becoming his own man, not his father's puppet. And now, finally, he's living it. He whispers to himself, as if anchoring the promise in the deepest part of his soul. "This time, I build something that belongs to me." He looks toward the room where Nee sleeps. For her, He looks toward the horizon. For Diep. He clenches his fists. And for every life you crushed, Father, I'm coming for you. He doesn't know yet that Diep was threatened today. He doesn't know she cried in the middle of a crowded market. He doesn't know she made a silent vow to stand beside him, no matter how dark the road becomes.